Hello and happy Friday, women. How is it going? I'll give Facebook a little bit of time to do its thing on its end. And I'm just here on my laptop just so when you all are in here getting this gem information about pro tips, I'm like so excited for this. Are you guys excited to know some pro tips like for social media platforms to this like organic marketing? This is like the things that I literally use on like the daily, if not the hourly when I'm making a post or like throughout the week. So as you get in, definitely drop a hello. Here I'm just on my laptop. I'm trying to get into our group. So as people comment, I can respond quicker by typing out on here. I feel like Facebook right now is like a little behind, but let's just see if I can get some things. So if you can see me, if you can hear me, then leave a comment so I can see what's going on here on your end, making sure I can't even see comments. So this really stinks. Hello, everyone. I see everyone's kind of pulling in right now. It's awesome. Let me see what I can do. I can't see anyone's comments. Here we go. Let's see. Hey, let's see if it pulls up a chat for me. So if you are here viewing live and this is your first time viewing, I welcome you. I am Elizabeth A. Richardson of ElizabethARichardson.com, and we're going to be talking about pro tips. Like, these are tips that I literally live. Why are you sad? Okay, everyone, hi. I'm so glad that this announcement has gone out to everyone so you can come in here and get some gems. Okay, cool. I'm so excited. Everyone is here kind of coming in. So these are pro tips. So I'm going to go through about 4 different platforms that I use religiously. And the first one, everyone, is Clubhouse. So if you are not on Clubhouse, then just kind of leave a comment here. Someone can invite you maybe, but Clubhouse is like on fire right now. So some tips that I really recommend for someone that is new to Clubhouse is to read through like the updates that they give you, the information, so you stay up to date on what the app is doing. Second, I will tell you to go into Google and type in Clubhouse club starter. So then you can start your own club. I highly recommend this no matter what your field is. If you are in healing therapy, if you're a consultant, if you are in lashes, if you are in hair, I encourage you to start a club. What this is going to do is actually help you have your own community. Okay, this is amazing. So definitely do that because there is a long wait list. I did mine a couple days ago and I am still waiting for the approval, but awesome. Are you on the wait list for Clubhouse to get in, or are you on the wait list for a club to be started? So if once you do your club submission, you want to then start a room. Okay, they're going to favor you for starting a room. You want to host your own room. So I'm that person that's just like, let's go out there, let's be bold, let's just make a room for like organic marketing. Start it and then let people kind of pull in, and you can pin people in. Some people will need to kind of work out the kinks in figuring out what Clubhouse features are. So there are ways you can make a private room and you can kind of mess with it yourself, or you can invite one of your best friends in with you to kind of navigate the system with you. Okay, so those are my 3 tips for Clubhouse. I do want to add a special bonus into there. When you are in a room, if you are looking to make connections, to expand your social connections between Instagram, Twitter, new followers on Clubhouse, direct them to your website, all that stuff. One thing I can really tell you is do not promote yourself unless the group is for that. So you want to make sure that you are doing the opposite. Everyone in there is trying to promote themselves, trying to like plug themselves in, all this stuff. Just deliver genuine value and your people will come. Okay, I promise you. I think I started Clubhouse about 7 days ago and I'm around like maybe 180 followers, and I think I follow like 80 or something. I don't know, but just have those tips in mind. Okay, now Now, we're gonna talk about Instagram, okay? So if you're on Instagram, comment. Tag yourself here if you have an Instagram account, whether it's business, personal, if you've just started, or if you've been in the game of Instagram for a very long time. And I welcome anyone to leave their tips here in the comments as well. We are all here to lift each other up and help one another. So if you're here for these Instagram tips that I literally use to get engagement, new followers, to just connect with people on social platforms, like, are you guys wanting to know this? If you're wanting to know the Instagram tips of a pro, comment here. I need to know, like, yes, you want to know, or should I just move on to the next platform? You want to hear these tips? Let me know. Comment. Because I'm not sure, like, do you guys care about these pro tips? Let me know in the comments. Because I don't think you guys want to. Like, maybe it's just not valuable to you. Maybe like knowing how to grow a following on Instagram like is not important. It's not important. I see that someone dropped off, so maybe they don't really care. Okay, so I think I left you all waiting. Okay, so Instagram, I used to be like, ugh, like, has anyone felt that way about Instagram? Until I changed my mindset to realize that the algorithm is not working against me. I'm just not providing the right information to my audience. So one of the major tips I will tell you for Instagram is make sure that you have a boss-ass bio. Your bio needs to be curated in a way that really puts you out there like, I'm publishing you. Like you're in a newspaper. I want to know in those, I think it's 140 characters, be specific, okay? So for example, I'm a market strategist. So I have my boss bio there. Yes, or if you have a personal page that you are using for IG that you want to transition into a business so that you don't have to balance multiple pages, that can be done. That is definitely a way to do it if you already have a good engaged following and you might want to rebrand and change your personal account to a business account. I am here for those questions as well. I've helped a couple of my clients do that and they have really enjoyed it. One of my clients, Cammie, actually, if you go to my website, she was raving about how I push her outside of her comfort zone, and she had compliments from two of her friends that week that her page was looking really good. And it's so important to keep those things in mind when you're changing over a personal account to a business account, because you have friends on there, you have family, but we all know, especially if you've been in business for a very long time, that your friends and family are not the ones who always support you, right? So you have to get engaged with those new eyes. So your bio, you need to have a boss bio. That is my biggest tip for you, because people are looking at your bio and they're going to decide if they're going to keep on scrolling and look at more of your stuff, or like they don't even know what you do, so they're going to say bye-bye. So make a boss bio. If you have questions about that, that is something that we're going to be going over in the course. But boss bios are so important. So for me, example, I had my bio, I've changed it a million times, okay? But right now, I'm doing market strategy. So my title is a market strategist. And so what I do, this is my second tip, is I will go to the search engine feature on Instagram and type in market strategist. I want to see what my competition is doing. What are they posting? How is their audience engaging with their content? Gather some ideas that way, okay? So by going to these other people's pages, it's going to give me inspiration. It's going to help me stay in line with my vision and values for my account. And that is my second tip. I'm actually probably going to do 4 tips, because this next one is something that is really important to do to build engagement. You need to be engaging with other accounts of target audiences so that you can build your following that's genuine, and that you can obviously get more engagement on your page. So that's something that I will walk a lot of you through who have joined into the marketing course. Okay, so my 4th tip is to be in stories. So huge, okay? So I know some of you are in stories, some of you are not in stories. This will work for Facebook and Instagram, so this is a double doozy for you. So many of us are seeing that influencers are doing stories and they're on there forever. Like literally like your 24 hours turns into 48 hours, turns into 72 hours, and like you're exhausting your audience. Like they're like, when is this person going to be done? Unless you have like some really super engaging content, but then you're obviously going to burn out yourself. You're going to be overexhausted because you've literally put out 72 hours of content and you're like, what the heck? So this is a strategy to getting more engagement on your stories, okay? This is the one tip I'm going to give you about stories. Make sure if you make a story, leave it up. If you have this big idea, like I want to put it out there, slow it down. Let your stories expire. Let that 24 hours go bye-bye and wait to post, okay? Wait to post again in your stories after your first story formula has gone through the whole works. Your audience has engaged with it. Give them a little break. Give yourself a break. So say like, okay, it's 24 hours. One day ago, I posted on my stories. Let that just sit there. Build the anticipation. Okay, I cannot tell you how important this is. I've been trying this for over the past 2 months, and literally I was like getting like 3 views on Instagram. I was like, oh my gosh, my content must suck. No, because then it'd be on Facebook and I'm getting over 100. So I'm like, we're gonna try this trick. And I tried it, and then instantly, I'm talking instantly, like Instagram, kind of like a play on words, but seriously, I let it expire after 24 hours, and then I made my post. I got 15 views, like instantly, because you're like letting that anticipation build, but you're also letting the exhaustion of being in stories and people always seeing you consistently on there, like stop for a minute, like to take a break, ease off the brakes, you know what I'm saying? Like coast a little bit into your next story so that you can build their engagement again. Now, this next platform, I gave you a tip for Facebook and Instagram stories. Now we're gonna talk about Facebook. I love Facebook so much, and if you're an entrepreneur, I highly recommend you to start a group, just as we're in one right now. Now, this is something that I support a lot of people in. This is something that I'm going to be talking more about in the course that we'll be starting next week. But this is really important, especially as a business person and entrepreneur, to really start a group that is centered around what you do, because you want to help everybody. You want to provide value. And so when a group, you are not limited. This is like my safe space. I can come here and share all my knowledge with everyone here and get feedback, get some answers from all of you to better support your journey in organic marketing. So I tell you, and then I encourage you to start a group. There are courses out there that you can take to have a better formed group, and I've actually taken one. And so I'm bringing this to my course because it's so important. It's so important for building an engaged audience here on Facebook. Okay, now we talked about personal pages earlier. I love them. I know there was some controversy. But if you have family and friends on your Facebook and you want to make a second Facebook that's a personal page how it's set up, but you actually use it for business, then do it. Do whatever makes like your mind organized in a fashion that will work for you. But I personally use my personal page because I talk to my family like on the phone and like see them in FaceTime. So some of them don't use Facebook, some do, and if they do, then great. But I use my personal page to engage with my audience. I'm a marketer. The only thing that I will tell you is you are limited on how much capacity you can reach on your Facebook personal page. So you can have 5,000 friends, and that's where you're capped at. So making sure you have the right people on your page. So that is something I do also help with because it's so important. And I've been in this big transition for the past 4 months into going from like realizing I'm an image consultant. I care about appearances, but I really care about organically marketing. And I've been doing it for 2 years now, having 6-figure success. So whatever I can do to help other entrepreneurs understand how important organic marketing is and not putting a dollar out there for it, I encourage you. So that is my second tip, kind of like my third, because I gave you that story tip. So Facebook business pages, I encourage them to exist because if you're like me, you want to find a local business to you, you're going to be looking in your search and you want to see that they have a page. If they don't have a page presence and you're like, oh, are they legitimate? So I highly encourage you to have a Facebook business page. Now the content on your personal page that you're promoting may not be something that you want to put on your business page. It all depends on your demographic. And something I'm going to encourage you to do is look in your back end. There's lots of information, lots of plugins. And so if you have questions about that, let me know. So yes, I am a marketer, but I know a little bit about tech and about numbers. I'm a big numbers person when it comes to creating conversion. And if you don't know what conversion is, it's a number of traffic compared to the transactions. So what I'm trying to help you do is wake up and have money in your account from fulfilling orders, fulfilling your services, your virtual services, your actual physical, tangible services. So I wanted to come on here and give you those pro tips, kind of help you get back up to speed on what's going on in organic marketing as well, and how you can use social media to do it. So I'm really excited for the course that's starting next week. It is going to help you understand like what is marketing. Like no one tells you what marketing is. I had to learn it the messy, embarrassing, mistake fashion way for over a year of not really understanding. Like I even have an undergrad in marketing, okay? I worked at Banana Republic in high corporate fashion industry. I was the visual merchandiser as well as an assistant manager, and I understood marketing. We put up signage. We understood the sales. My average transaction was always in the 80s or 100s. So I understand all of that, but it was like, what is marketing when you're a small business? And how do you do organic marketing and not have to spend a dime on these ads? Because people are dropping thousands of dollars on ads and they're literally just getting like a small segment, and they're not getting these long-term customers that are traveling with them through their business journey. So organic marketing is something that I really love, that is really dear to my heart. And so I just want to come on here and give you some pro tips. Oh, another platform, Pinterest. Who's on Pinterest? Oh, I love Pinterest. I love Pinterest before it was like a business mindset for me. So I know people that are viewing this are loving Pinterest as well. If you have a Pinterest account, I would love to connect with you because it is an animal. It is an animal. They are just capitalizing on visuals and marketing and their pins, their boards. There's amazing strategies out there that I'm actually still learning myself. But over the summer, we were actually invited to take on the stories and a beta test for Pinterest, which is really exciting. So something that you can do is you want to make sure that your lens is clean. Okay, when you are taking pictures of anything, if you're using your phone, we all have phones. I applaud using your phone. I have a big time camera as well, but using my phone is so much easier, and it has to be easy for you. The first thing I want to tell you is wipe off your lens. Wipe off your lens. Get that clarity, okay? Do not block your greatness, okay? Today we talked about fear in my social media posts on Instagram, okay? But clean off your lens. Please do that. That's like the first 101 of taking a photo. And then when you open your photo, you need to decide if you're going to take it in a regular photo setting or in a portrait setting, okay? So these are going to help you with just photo taking in general. This is like a overview pro tip of just like, hello, you need to show your stuff in the right light. So choosing if you're going to take it in regular photo and if you're going to take it into a portrait. I highly recommend when you're in portrait mode, do it studio, because it's going to brighten the lights and it's going to create a shadow effect a little bit on it, but it's going to give it depth. Okay, we want depth. So you want to create that, and you want to check your lighting. Okay, there's a difference between depth and a shadow. So sometimes a shadow is not a good thing, but you want to create depth depending on what your background is. And I'm getting really too much in detail. I'm not a photographer. I am self-taught on a lot of the stuff I do. And that's why I think I have a lot of success, because I do a lot of digging. So anyways, and you want to make sure that your angle is like, damn, that looks really good. Like when you have someone taking your picture, you want to make sure that you don't have a double chin, that nothing's outside of where it needs to be. You want to make sure that it's looks really good. And then just snap your picture, okay? If you want to throw a filter on it, make sure you use filters consistently on your social platforms. I think many of you know that, and if you don't, I'm here, and I'm trying to make sure that I bring myself down here, because a lot of people have not been taught marketing that are in this group in the right capacity. So use those pictures that you're taking after you take these tips. Just your number one tip, clean your lens. Please clean your lens. I don't care if your picture turns out a little bit wonky. Just clean your lens. I want to have clarity. I want to be able to see that you took time in your photo. So when you take your photos, add your filter if you want or don't. But then when you're posting on Pinterest, search for words. Use words that you would usually use in a search engine, okay? Because that's what people are using. So that is one big pro tip. People are just kind of like photo dumping, and then your photo doesn't get reach. It doesn't get like 4,000 views. It doesn't get 10,000 views. It doesn't get any likes or engagement because you aren't putting in the right words for search, or maybe your quality of your picture isn't the best, or you didn't like kind of categorize it the correct way, or you didn't provide value. There's just a lot of different things why people don't engage with content, but we're always here to create organic engagement and get better and better through marketing our own personal brands. So that is all the tips that I have for you. I will be answering any type of questions that you guys have. I see things are coming up as questions like on my laptop, but I can't see them here on the screen. So I am going to answer any questions that were in the feed after I hop off of here, and I will answer up until 24 hours from now. So it's noon tomorrow, any questions, and then I'll kind of like die out of this whole tips. But I want to tell everyone thank you for joining. If you are on Clubhouse, I am at EA Richardson, so RICHARDSON. We are going to be chatting at 2 o'clock today. I may hop on later and do a room around marketing. I'm not really sure. I might take a break because I was on Clubhouse so much yesterday, but it was all like good, valuable things, and I got a lot of my work done, which is really exciting. So if you have a website and you are a Clubhouse person who's on there, from Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern time until Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, we are doing a 24-hour website audit, and I'm so excited. Like, we have co-moderators. If you want to be a co-moderator and this is like your wheelhouse of like just like being a creative, knowledgeable person, then DM me because I want to get you on as a co-moderator. This is a great way to actually expand your own personal knowledge by being in the room, but also it's going to help people find you. It's organic marketing. So let's do this. That's all I wanted to share with you all. I love you guys. It's so great to share these tips with you. And if you have any questions, you have 24 hours to drop them here in the feed, or you can send me a message if you need any support. If you want to join the Clubhouse, I would be so happy to have any one of you as a co-moderator for our Sunday to Monday. So what that means, like, you don't have to be on the entire time, but we are asking that we have 5 moderators on at each time if people need to kind of take breaks in between, but it's going to be so much fun. So everyone, thanks for joining. I will be planning another live for tomorrow, and I look forward to chatting with you all soon. So have a great organically marketed day.